Yo, what's going on, everybody? Today I'm gonna show you how to do the class quest for Spiritborn. Here it is. First things, we are starting at the Kyrgyzstan. This is Gyakul. It's right beside the waypoint. Once you hit level 15, you'll get this unlocked. So just talk to the NPC. I'm gonna try to skip through this because it is, gotta say, this one is a bit long. Compared to other class quests, this is extremely long. Like, this is like a whole new quest line. Series of quest line, pretty crazy. Like, I mean, it's cool if you get into the lore and overall in the story, the class itself, and in the new zone, the Hantu. It's pretty cool. I like it. I actually like it. So you saw it on the map. Where we go, just arrive here, get to this these traces of the new world, basically. So let me skip forward. Just gonna talk to this NPC. You'll see these steps are pretty easy. It just shows you to go step by step, location by location. Next up, we go down below here on the little island as we arrive on the traces. I got almost cucked by the wall over here. By the way, I will also have a build video for this Spiritborn, leveling and endgame as well. I was focusing mainly on thorns. The situation with materials and upgrading was pretty bad, was dire on the server we played on, as the preview access, preview server. So gotta keep that in mind. I would love to try more builds, variations, and classes as well, but there was just not enough time. We had about a week or so, like 8-9 days, maybe 10 actually. But you know, you gotta some RL in between as well, somewhat. Although I have no life, but yeah. This little event, talk to Tarka. He's gonna try to open the portal to Nahantu, the spirit realm actually, spirit realm. So you just gotta kill the invaders that go through the portal. And you can honestly just stand at the portal, and if you hold shift and just attack, you will attack on spot. Thresh is amazing because it if you cast Thresh within 1.5 seconds, it will always cast the third attack, which is amazing, right? It does a lot of damage as well. And this is just level 16, this is just base, and I had no gear at all. No aspects even, nothing at all, just anything that I dropped. And I really like Seeker, the ultimate. It has more charges early on. It is absolutely powerful. This is on my 3rd keybind. If you can combine the Earthquake rune for Barbarian, it creates a big AoE and it does a lot of damage early on. It does scale very good, very well. So I can only recommend that. But the Earthquake rune, it's a blue one, so I reckon it might be easy to get. But if you can get it early on, it just doesn't matter. Later on, we can still try to go for it. So we arrive in the Spirit Realm for the quest unlocked, so-called the Sacred Hunt. So you're gonna have some dialogue over here. Talk to NPC. It's gonna try to light his barrier, brazier, and you are supposed to actually use an emote. I believe this was ask help, as you can see here. Before I find it, yep, help. There we go. It's gonna unlock. He's gonna travel with you in the spirit form. And yeah, so you're supposed to follow the trail of this boss. This is like the last boss for this quest line. Sometimes he will attack you, so you're just gonna lower his HP down, so no problem. And this dungeon has billions and trillions ways to go, so I always recommend, if there is a way up, go that way. All right, there's a way up, go that way. If it's left or right, it's always right. Right, like for example this one. Now we go left. Actually, not. I was lying. Not every time. You will go left here. It's pretty easy, straightforward, following easy. If you're too fast though, you will not spawn this boss, so you kind of have going blind. I think you will see it later on. So we arrive. You see some mobs, elites on the way. Once you arrive in this little room, it's gonna be an event. It's gonna cast mobs, waves of mobs. So you just gotta clear through them. You gotta survive the ambush for a minute. It's gonna fast forward over here. At the end, there are gonna be 4 trends as elites. Pretty easy to kill. And honestly, I was doing this on normal. There was some skewed difficulty on this server because the difference between normal and hard was insane. When I did this for the first time, I tried to do it on hard, but on the last boss, I'm not gonna lie, it was impossible. It was impossible. With the gear you dropped, I had to go back and change to normal because, yeah, it was overtuned, which will not be the case for release. But even if that's not the case, and even if it's fine on release, normal seems to be still way to go. Even though hard has 75% increased XP and gold, normally still more efficient to farm and level in. So I'll probably start with that as well. Especially in this like long quest line. Like this footage, even though I skipped it, it's already 9 minutes in right now. Overall, it was like 15-minute quest line. It's due to dialogues and whatnot as well, obviously. But if you're comparing Barbarian class quest compared to this one, is insane. I'll probably be able to do like 3 class quests for Barbarian in the meantime of doing 1 Spiritborn. But always, once again, we follow the upper or the road that leads up until we arrive to the boss room, confront the beast. Now, I interfered in a bug here. You will see in a second. So basically, you have these 4 pillars. Once you damage the boss to enough HP, you are supposed to interact with each of these pillars, and it's for each spirit, right? This is Gorilla Spirit. So it's gonna, or Eagle, excuse me. This is Eagle Spirit. We're gonna see some mobs, kill them. You will gather orbs from them, and that should like enable you to use Eagle skills. And you're supposed to use that Eagle skill on the boss, or Gorilla, Jaguar, stuff like that, right? So you can see me. This one probably worked. Okay, it's on the Gorilla one. So Eagle was fine. It worked just fine. But now we will get a Gorilla. I think it was. Yeah, the spikes here. They are knocking you back. Pretty annoying if you don't have Unstoppable. And that was, this was bugged. So we get a tree killing here. Gather the orbs. You can see in the left, or excuse me, right side. We fill the bar up, right? I gathered the last. And you can see Gorilla is not active. So yeah, this bugged out. I was trying to wait around and see if it fixes. It doesn't. So what you gotta do is die. So let me fast forward real quick. There is nothing else for me to do. Right? I just gave up. I was still at the I still had the effect as well from Gorilla, but yeah. So we go back in. This time we do it slower. Maybe I was too fast with filling the red bar on the right side. So we got the that was the Eagle. I think I went with a different one. Be careful with this attack because it hits quite a lot if you don't have resistances. This aspect and bubble actually saved me. But I think I will go with a different spirit animal this time. So if anything, this worked. So if anything, this is Centipede, excuse me, this is Jaguar for fire damage. These waves also hit quite a lot if you don't have resistances. So kill these mobs, and little advice, I guess, since this works, don't go as Gorilla the second. Don't go with Gorilla second, yeah. But yeah, always when you are into that transfer, or like when you get that spirit animal attack and skill, always use it on the boss. That will break the barrier and you can damage it enough to trigger another spire. So this time we got Gorilla. Kill the Transier, get the orbs, trigger the skill on the boss, and then we move on to the last one, which was Centipede, the poison. But once again, I will have builds up for this class, don't worry. I will have more footage as well for Dark Citadel, for Undercity, for Barb leveling build as well, Mercenaries, how to farm some of the stuff, and that's gonna be amazing. I'll be able to drop that, or you will be able to see it on 4th. Today's 4th. For you guys, not for me, I'm from the past. It's 1st actually today when I'm recording this, but this is Centipede. There's poison AoE around the pillars that go up to boss, but not really. I think the Centipede is the easiest. You get the poison in the middle as well. But if you go with barrier, if you have a barrier aspect or a skill, which you cannot get really early on, crushing hand maybe on this class, it will basically cancel out the dot. So there it is. So we killed the boss. You got some loot as well. You'll just talk to Tarka, go through the portal, and that's it. Now you unlocked it. You unlocked it. I will show you as well what each spirit animal does as the main spirit hole. Because there are 2 spirit holes. Main one, primary, and then secondary. Secondary always has different stats. But from what I could tell, secondary, the strongest one is definitely Gorilla. So we go through, yeah, cool. Let's get it going, and I'll show you. Unlocked it, there you go. So 15 level is the first spirit hole, and you can see the second one unlocks at level 30. So first we got Jaguar. Every 15 times you deal direct damage to an enemy with Jaguar skill, unleash additional strike dealing 15% of the damage you have dealt to them in the last half a second. So for this setup you would need a lot of attack speed, and all skills are labeled as Jaguar. So there are tempers that give you Jaguar skill damage, so if a skill has that label on it, it will benefit from that temper. Eagle, casting a skill grants 4 seconds of Storm Feathers, movement speed bonus, When you evade, fling up to 8 storm feathers for every remaining second, each dealing lightning damage and making targets vulnerable for 5 seconds. This is also interesting. I believe this would be very good for leveling actually. It would be very strong. For mobility, overall for vulnerable as well. I should probably tried it, but yeah, it was just rough. Now Gorilla here gives you barrier with every attack, and also it scales from thorns. I just really like this mechanic. That's why I'll be playing with this class and in general. As yeah, I like the idea of this behind this. Last one is Centipede. Hitting enemy with Centipede skill reduces their damage by 2.5% and slows them, taken up to 8 times. This is great for survivability. And I think in endgame, absolute endgame, Poison Spiritborn will be the strongest because Poison Spiritborn has amazing poison glyphs. It has Bane and Canny just like Rogue, and we know Poison Rogue from other seasons was absolutely busted as well. So I talked to Rob about it, and he thinks it's not beginner friendly because he did play Poison on the server. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I kinda like Poison as well. It's got some great interactions. I also incorporate some Poison on my build with Thorns, and yeah, this was pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I will stream every day on YouTube and Twitch if you want to hang around, just chat about some stuff. And let me know what you think in the comment section. You can hit me up on Discord as well. All links will be in the pinned comment section on the video. And yeah, until next time, have a great one and peace.